What's going on, everybody? It's GAMEUNBOXING Reviews here, and in today's video I'm of course going to be showing you guys how to make Red Guardian using the LEGO DC Supervillains character customizer. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so to start off with, we're of course going to head on into Appearance, Head, Head, and Head again, and you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom until you find Custom Head 24, and of course this skin tone right here. Then once you've done that, you're going to back out of there, head on into Face Decal Color, which is the color of the eyebrows, which we want to make sure are dark brown. For the eyeshadow, just go ahead and choose this color. For the wrinkle decal color, we're going to do the same, and we don't need any accessories, so of course we can back out of here, head on into neck pieces, and you want to choose the first beard in dark brown. Now then, for the helmet piece, what you want to do is scroll all the way to the bottom until you find the Flash's helmet, but not just any version, it needs to be the one from the Justice League movie character pack. So of course you will need that DLC if you want to be able to make my very own custom version of Red Guardian in this game, but if you do have that piece, all you need to do is make both colors dark red. Nice. Now then, onto the body. So for the body, we're going to go for preset body, and you want to scroll all the way to the very top until you find this body right here, which of course belongs to Dr. Light, and yet again we're going to make it dark red. Now then, for the arms, you're going to go to both arms. You want to choose Adam Strange's, and for the first color it needs to be white, while the second color is also going to be dark red. Now then, for the hands, we're just going to go ahead and make both of them black like this. For the hips, you're going to choose blank in dark red, and then finally for the legs, what you want to do for both of them is choose Adam Strange's. So for the first color, we want to make sure that is white, while the second color is going to be dark red. Nice. Now then, onto the effects. So we don't need a left hand glow or a right hand glow, but for the hit impact effects, we're going to turn that on. Make sure that you go style 1, and then for the color, we're going to go with black. And you're also going to do the same with the jump slam effects. So yet again, we're going to turn it on. Make sure that you go with style 1, and for the color, we're going to go with black, because as you can see here, it leaves less of an effect as possible. Nice. Now then, onto the abilities. So we don't need to add any abilities to the tag button, but for the jump button, we're going to go to double tap X, double jump, turn that on, and we're going to go with double jump style 1. Then once you've done that, you're of course going to back out of there, head on into the action button section. We're going to scroll down to hold square, and you're going to add the lunge attack abilities. So you want to turn that on, and for the lunge style, we're going to go with lunge style 2. Nice. Now then, finally for the abilities, we're of course going to back out of here and head on into the special button category. And for the button, we're going to choose hold circle, because we're going to add the destroy mode ability. So you want to turn that on, and for the destroy mode style 2, I would recommend going with the second one, because as you can see here, that looks really cool. Alright, now then, on to the skills. So for the Red Guardian skills, I just went ahead and gave him acrobatics, wall climbing, smash walls, and super strength. Nice. Now then, on to the personality. So for the health icon, I'm just going to go ahead and stick with red. For the health type, we're going to go standard health. For the voice, just choose any male voice. For the speed, go with normal. For the target reticle, there unfortunately isn't anything perfect in this lineup, so I would recommend either going with the Flash, Mercy Graves, or Deathstorm. I think I'm going to go with Mercy Graves just because it's simple. And then for the animation set, we're of course going to go with the strong one, because as you can see here, that looks extremely cool. Alright, so we have done the appearance, the abilities, the personality. We don't need any weapons, so now we need to do is fill in the basic information. So for the status, I think the Red Guardian is kind of an anti-hero, and while we don't really know his true intentions in the latest movie, I think we should just stick with that just to be sure, because you just don't know. He could be a good guy, he could be a bad guy, we'll have to wait and see. For the affiliation, we'll put unknown, and then for the name, we're of course going to put Red Guardian. Nice. Alright, cool. So now, of course, what we're going to do is drop the Red Guardian into the hub world and see just what he can do. So I don't know about you guys, but if I were to pick a favorite moment from this teaser trailer, it would have to be our introduction to the Red Guardian. And for those that don't know anything about this particular character, in the comics, Alexei Shostakov was one of the former Soviet Union's most acclaimed pilots, and was later recruited by the KGB to become a special operative. However, after the death of Alexei Lebedev, better known as the original Red Guardian, this eventually resulted in the KGB having to train Alexei to become Lebedev's successor, essentially making him the Soviet Union's equivalent to Captain America. Now, in the comics, Alexei was a superb athlete and was trained in many different forms of unarmed combat, but unlike Steve Rogers, Alexei was in fact never injected with the famous super soldier serum, so he was just known as a naturally strong costumed agent. However, here's where things start to get extremely interesting. interesting because according to David Harbour, who's of course the actor that is playing the Red Guardian in Marvel Studios' upcoming Black Widow movie, don't let this character's weight fool you, as this version of Alexei apparently is a super soldier in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now that is a pretty massive change to make to this character, but it's also one that I completely agree with, because as much as I absolutely love his costume in this film, we don't just want to see a red Captain America. So I think it'll be really interesting to show the audience that even super soldiers have their own flaws and complexities in this universe. Now the last thing that I want to mention is that as we move forward into phase 4 of the MCU, we're going to start to see a few, let's call them copycats, with Red Guardian in this movie and the US agent making his debut in the Disney Plus series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now I'm not exactly sure what the future holds for the US agent, but Alexei is a character that I really hope Marvel don't kill off in this film, because I would absolutely love to one day see a live action take on the Winter Guard, which for those that don't know was a team led by the Red Guardian in the comics, which consisted of Crimson Dynamo, Darkstar and the humanoid bear known as Ursa Major, essentially making the group Russia's answer to the Avengers. Now I know that's a long shot, but hey, Marvel Studios made the world fall in love with a talking raccoon and tree in 2014, and since then they have gone above and beyond what any of us could have expected from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so they're no doubt going to get even crazier from here with movies like the Eternals on the way. Lastly, going back to Ursa Major for a second, we can actually see a bear statue on someone's desk in the trailer, so maybe he already exists in the MCU, or it's just a simple Easter egg, or an ordinary bear statue, but regardless, I still personally believe that Marvel Studios are more than capable of being able to pull off a giant CGI bear that still retains the ability to speak, but of course, we will just have to wait and see. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video, but definitely stay tuned because I've got even more custom characters inspired by Marvel Studios' Black Widow movie coming up very soon. But of course, until then, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos real soon, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.